And we are back. Our featured guest tonight started off singing in the storied Cook Family Singers and went on to forge an amazing career inside the music industry, which led to countless awards and multiple Emmy nominations and wins. He's now the chairman and CEO of the Artists Music Guild. Please give it up for David L. Cook. So, David, you were born, here in Pascagoula, correct?
I was born in Pascagoula, Singing River Hospital.
And your family was one of the more prestigious, gospel...
My family were the Cook Family
Legacies,
Singers.
right? Yeah.
Cook Family Singers.
Now, the Cook Family Singers, there's a remarkable history there. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
The family started back in the late 1800s, and it continued on throughout the generations, and different members of the Cook family continued to add to it and, become engrafted into the group. But the good thing about the Cook family, unlike other notable gospel groups or, music groups, they have a tendency of putting ringers in, for the groups. The Cook family never did.
And by you mean ringers, you mean for example, if I was to play in a golf scramble, you might bring in one person who was the guy who was going to lead the whole thing.
That's correct.
This family relied solely on itself.
Just family talent.
Didn't bring anybody in from outside the family to do anything.
No, that was against the rules.
Now, how much of this history did you know growing up as far as the history of the family? Was this something that was ingrained in all of you growing up, or was it something that came to you later? Were you able to, and I know I'm asking a whole bunch of questions at the same time, but were you able to develop yourself as a musician, or was it something that you were kind of groomed to do?
That's really a kind of a loaded question, because I was 5 when I started, so I didn't know anything different. I thought that getting on stage and performing was just like going to kindergarten and taking a nap. It was just what you did. So it was kind of a strange paradigm. Growing up as a kid, being on stage. Not really getting to. I don't want to say that I didn't get to play with other kids, but I was more protected because, nobody wanted you to get hurt, out playing and stuff.
Because it might impact the performance aspect of it, because it was a family unit, and that was a crucial...
That's correct. And I mean, look at how adorable I am. You can't damage this. You can't mess with this. Exactly.
Now, you grew up, we were talking about this a little bit backstage earlier, you grew up a couple doors down from Johnny Cash.
We did. We lived 2 doors down from Johnny Cash, and he would always come out and you would see him, peeling oranges and throwing them on the ground, and my mom would be like, hey, stop littering.
So she'd scold Johnny Cash.
She would scold Johnny Cash, and then they had June, which is remarkable because my mom, who was Mama Cook of the Cook family, her name was June, and then you had June Carter Cash, so it was the 2 Junes. And Johnny always said, I'm in really trouble because God put 2 of them in there. But she used to like to put those little ceramic and cement animal figures out in their yard. If you ever went by their house, you'd see all these little chickens and ducks and everything. And my mom would catch them gone, and she would go over to their house, and she would take them and she would start arranging them like they were marching down the road to our house. And as they came by, she would shake her fist, and she'd yell at them that she was going to call the ASPCA for not keeping their animals in their yard and all that stuff. So it was good memories. And
you also had some memories with Chubby Checker.
Oh yeah.
I think there was a story about you one day coming over or something, you guys going to go get Krispy Kreme or something, or was that a regular thing?
That's a common occurrence. That's not something that, he's a Krispy Kreme junkie. And so just I could be doing anything, and all of a sudden he'll call and say, "Hey, let's go to Krispy Kreme." So there we are. We're at Krispy Kreme.
You had said when we were talking about ringers earlier, you had said that was against the rules. And here you have this family with a long, long history and legacy. They never. You see a lot of commercials, you see a lot of things now. I'm seeing stuff with The Who, with music by The Who in it, the music from, you guys had a rule in your family to never sell off or sell out, correct?
That's correct. And I still, to this day, my mom, my dad, a lot of the original members of the Cook family are now gone. I own all of the intellectual property. So, I would be the only one who could start the group back up, and I wouldn't do that unless
it was family.
It was family, yeah.
So there would have to be other family members who would do that to keep it pure as what it was, as what it always was.
That's correct, yes.
And you guys have a history with the Grand Ole Opry too, no?
Yes, of course, this was back before my time with the group. This is back before my mom's time with the group, but they were invited by Roy Acuff to come and play the Grand Ole Opry, and the next thing you know, they became one of the regulars on the Grand Ole Opry.
Now, there was another famous group, the Carters.
Mama Carter, yeah.
And how were they involved in all that?
You're making me go back through my history. I think it was 1944, 1942, I can't remember. But the Cooks were playing the World's Fair, and so were the Carters. And Mama Maybelle Carter heard the family and encouraged them to come out, and so they started touring together. And it might be interesting to know that Mama Maybelle Carter taught me how to read shape notes. So, shape notes came before Nashville numbers and, music scores as we know it today. The musicians in Nashville all played by shape notes. And she was very proficient in that. She played the auto harp and everything. So she taught me how to play that.
What we're going to do, we got to pay the bills. We're going to go to a break, and then we're going to come back with David L. Cook.
Hey.